Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and in this week's video we are continuing to just declutter our way to Christmas. I talked about this in several videos before. We've decluttered in my youngest child's room with his toys. We've decluttered in my daughter's room. This is my middle child's room and we are starting the process in here today, and we are just going in and getting things tidied up, decluttering anything that I know I can. I want him along for part of this process, so not all of that got filmed, but we are just decluttering our way to Christmas, trying to get our house as light and feeling as good as possible as we head into the holidays, because we know with Christmas comes more things coming into the house, and I am on a mission to just get our house feeling as decluttered as possible. I find that if I have a lot of clutter, even in my kids' rooms or all over the place, it truly does start affecting my mental state, and I don't like the way it makes me feel. And my home is pretty much my office. I'm a stay-at-home mama to 3 little ones, and I just want our home to be our haven. And so that is my mission here lately, and especially going into the holidays, is to declutter our way right on into Christmas and into the new year. So that is what we are doing today. We are tackling 2 areas that I know all of you guys need to declutter in your home as well leading into the holidays. So let's tackle it together. Get your decluttering pants on, get your coffee in your system, and let's tackle it now. So my son cleaned his room. This is his room clean, which for him is good. But he has asked me to kind of help him again with some organization, mainly here in this area. So that's what we're going to start trying to tackle today, and try to declutter some toys and just get ready for the holiday season. As I said, we are decluttering our way to Christmas, and we are in my middle son's room now. So here we go.
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. Thinking about him all the time. I can't get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Oh, the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new, even if we stay in bed. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want.
When it comes to decluttering, what are some things that you guys struggle with? Let me know in the comments below. I know we all have hard struggles with decluttering, and I think each of us has different things we struggle with. For me, the first thing is I have to have the time and I have to be in the mood for it. There are certain moods, if I am not in the mood for it, I just it's like I'm hitting a wall and I cannot do it. So I have to have the mindset for it. And so I've talked about this before, but kind of scheduling it, knowing in advance when I'm going to do it so I can kind of gear myself up. That's one of my first steps for decluttering. And then kind of just having a plan for what you want to happen with that decluttering project. Also, another thing that I try to do is know that decluttering is a process and it may not be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Nothing is perfect, but it may not be perfect the first go round or perfect for what you're wanting, or it may not be the final product the first go round. It is a process. And like my son's room, especially, some rooms are harder than others, I find, but my son's room is a constant process. And I think decluttering tends to be. Eventually you'll get where it's easier because you've decluttered so much, and it's like a muscle that the more you do it, the more you use it, the stronger it gets and the easier it gets. Another tip I have for decluttering, and I've heard so many people talk about this. I study decluttering. I listen to podcasts. I read books. I don't know. I just find it fascinating. But one of the first things, like the first passes, is to go through and get rid of any obvious trash, whether that be broken toys, literal trash, whatever that may be. Make those decisions first, and that kind of gets the momentum going. And that's kind of what I am doing here is I was putting things together, like all the Legos together, but then I was going through and removing anything that didn't belong, that was broken, that was missing parts, that was trash, that was paper that was trash, all of that kind of stuff. That's usually step one. Then I start grouping things together and then just kind of going from there. And sometimes I have to do it and take a step back away from it and revisit it at another time. These are just a couple of little tips for you that I use as I go through the decluttering process. It is a process. Remember that it is not going to be perfection ever, and it is probably not going to be how you want it the first pass around, and it doesn't have to be a perfect before and after. I think we have that in our heads, that that's what we want to see, is a perfect before and after picture, and we may see that on these social media accounts, but remember that's not reality, and oftentimes that's not how it even turns out, but it's still so much better than it was. So don't strive for that perfect before and after, as long as it's better than it was and it's helpful for you or your family.
Hard to say, yeah. I wanna now. Yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want.
I'm getting ready to vacuum my son's room. I'm kind of at a stopping point. So my goal for today was to come in and over here kind of tidy it up and provide a little bit of organization. My son told me what he wanted out, and so I created space for that. This is not done. This is kind of like a step one, phase one. I'm going to let him come back in, make sure that's what he wants. And then that big bin down here, this with the yellow lid, it's full of toys that I actually want to actively go through with him and make sure he wants to keep all of those. So we have not actually fully decluttered. I decluttered kind of that first round, the trash, the McDonald's toys, the things that they don't play with, things that are broken, little missing pieces, just a lot of, these kids have these little doodahs and lots of them. So I kind of did that first round where I knew there were certain things I could just throw out. So we decluttered just a little bit. We're going to do this again. I'm hoping after my son gets home from school, he'll come up here and maybe we can go through and actually declutter toys that are good for donations and move those out, go through some books and stuff. But I'm going to just make this room feel good. I think my baby's waking up. Make this room kind of feel nice and good, so maybe he'll want to come in here and help me work. This is my child I struggle with the most, with organization and everything. Even my 2-year-old is a little better with helping me clean up and stuff. So I want him to be able to come in here and create and being creative and play and imaginative, but he's overwhelmed so much by the toys because I think he gets too much out. So this may still even be too much. This is what he has requested. So we'll see. This is a work in progress, which I don't know if I'll ever get there in this room. Y'all have seen me. If you've watched me for any time, I struggle in this room. So I do this all the time in here especially. So anyways, I'm going to vacuum, make it feel good, and then hopefully get back in here this afternoon with my son and really declutter and get some donations for the holiday season. Kind of where we ended up. I went from doing all the bins across the bottom to kind of just making it a little more interesting. We'll see how this works, but I tidied up his books, put some away, pulled out all the seasonal books, and just tried to make this a little easier to look at. And hopefully now they will put the books back. Him is daddy. His daddy is guilty of not putting those books back. This is all of his art supplies. It's a bit of a mess, but I may have him go through that with me hopefully this afternoon. So we still just have a whole bin full of, there's art supplies and everything in there. These were a few of the big things he wanted out, this dragon, this truck, and then Legos. Instead of them sitting here, I thought it would be nice to keep them over here. So when he's done playing with them, he can just push them right there. He requested all of his dart guns to be out, which he doesn't have a ton. So I put those in there, and then he still likes to do the dress up, and this is all of his turtles and his Ninja Turtle weapons and stuff. So I put that all together. I'll ask him what he thinks about that. And then here are all of his like big action figures, Spider-Man. He's got several Spider-Man, all of these. So I put all of those out. My concern with all of this is that if he gets all of this out at one time, it's still going to be a huge mess and overwhelming for him to clean up. So I'm going to talk with him about that tonight. I got my little one here who's up from his nap. And then this final one is his Ninja Turtles. So I put the truck in there because there was room. And then all of his Ninja Turtles and all of the weapons. I just kind of put everything Ninja Turtle in here. So it has a home. It's not pretty on the inside, but it does have a home, and maybe that will help him. Watch out, Dallas. Sugar. So that is, hold on, Bubba. That is kind of where it is sitting for right now. Like I said, I'm going to work with him to see if he likes this or if he'll let me even thin it out a little more. And he's got, you know, that big tub of toys in there that there's no way everything could be out. I mean, it's just overwhelming for him. He can't clean it up. So even if all of this is out, I know it will be overwhelming. So anyways, it's a work in progress, but this looks so much better. But I have done this a million times, and it always ends up back the way it was. I just wish we could get rid of so many toys. Oh, and there was a tote full of puzzles, and we put them back in this drawer where he can get out. It's not super organized, but he loves doing puzzles, so that is there. There was some stuff in here. There's nothing in here, so that's another option too. But again, the more access he has to more toys to get out, the more he tends to get them all out at one time and then whines and complains when it is time to clean up. And I want him to learn to be responsible for his toys. So I'm trying to teach him. We will see. So here we are moving into another day, and I have been finding myself just overwhelmed a lot lately. I've talked about that a little bit. Holidays, just more things going on, you know, there's just a lot going on, I feel like, at the end of the year. I know so many of you guys can relate to this, and so I needed a space that just felt calming to me and kind of that just safe haven amongst some of the chaos in the house. There's just different spots of chaos all over the place. And for me, my bedroom was feeling very chaotic because there were clothes everywhere that were clean that just needed to be folded and put away. And I was just struggling to keep on top of that. So today, my goal literally for this day was to clean up the bedroom, get the clothes put away, and do a quick clean in our bathroom. So that is what we are tackling today. So if you have laundry you need to put away, or you want your bedroom to feel better and like a haven as well that you can retreat to in the evenings, then get up with me and let's get our bedrooms in order, get our beds made, clothes put away, and just get it feeling like more of a retreat when you are ready to call it an evening at the end of the day. And if you're wondering what I am doing with that tiger blanket at the end of the bed, that is simply there because my feet have been getting cold and I just love the feel of that throw blanket. I know it doesn't match anything, but I don't care. I grab it in the evenings and just drape my feet in it, and I love it. So I just folded it and threw it at the end of the bed and don't care that it does not match anything in my bedroom.
magic places in the world I've been to. This is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. That you only want me. Some kind of magic, you came into my life, and with that bedhead, you give me falling twice. Yeah, you're an angel, and always on my mind. I wanna love you like I do on my own. Yeah, this is what it's about when it's just you and I, and the stars in the sky, and the heart on the motor. It's so much better off alone. If I could live all my life tonight, we're loving on the road, I wouldn't die, 'cause there's nothing I want more. I wanna stay by your side, yeah, I'm never gonna let you go. Tell me I'm the one you're thinking of. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. That you only want me. Don't need to tell you, you see it in my eyes. I wanna travel, let's drive into the sunrise. Where your heart is where I wanna lie. Just wanna love you like I do on my own. Yeah, this is what it's about when it's just you and I, and the stars in the sky, and the heart on the motor. It's so much better off alone. If I could live all my life tonight, we're loving on the road, I wouldn't die, 'cause there's nothing I want more. I wanna stay by your side, yeah, I'm never gonna let you go. Tell me I'm the one you're thinking of. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. 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 If I could live all my life tonight, we're loving on the road, I wouldn't die, 'cause there's nothing I want more. I wanna stay by your side, yeah, I'm never gonna let you go. Tell me I'm the one you're thinking of. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. That you only want me. I wanna stay by your side, yeah, I'm never gonna let you go. Tell me I'm the one you're thinking of.
Our bathroom just literally needed to have things put away where they belonged in their home, and then just a good surface clean. I had already deep cleaned the shower the week before, and as you guys have probably heard me say before, I hate cleaning the shower, so it does not get done as often as it should, but I gave it a really good deep cleaning the week before. And then our bathtub, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, it literally just collects dust. Nobody takes a bath in that bathtub. My kids use their bathtub, which is super easy to clean. This one is super deep. It's got the jetted tubs and all of that, but we just never use it. It's wasted on us. We all shower, and my daughter, she comes in here and she showers as well, so nobody uses that bathtub. So what do you do with a bathtub that just sits there and collects dust? Anybody have anything creative they've done in their bathrooms with a bathtub that gets unused? We are just not soakers, and that's just not my form of relaxation, nor my husband's, so it just doesn't get used. But anyways, we are just getting this tidied up, and then I do get to the floors in here, but my camera died before I was able to film that, so you do not see me use my wet dry Tineco vacuum, but I will get to the floors as well. Just getting this tidied up, feeling fresh and ready to go, and then we are going to move into the final day where I do my final decluttering project, and we will be done with this week's video, hopefully leaving you with tons of cleaning motivation to tackle any of the spaces in your home, toys, junk drawers, you name it. You should be walking away ready to tackle it today. As I am looking towards the new year and planning content and wanting to always be serving you guys and making content that encourages and motivates you, I want to know, what do you want to see more of? Do you like more talking, more step-by-steps of my process of decluttering, organizing, cleaning? Do you want to know about more products, less products? What is it you want to see more of and less of in the new year? I make these videos for you guys, and I want your feedback. So let me know in the comments below. What do you want to see more of in 2024? And what do you find most helpful and encouraging from my content? This quite simply has probably been the worst. My sink has been in a bit. So this is what I am tackling first. I just wanted to show it to you guys, as well as this. I am feeling the overwhelm daily, and I know I am not alone with this. It's a lot. So I'm just gonna set a timer like I do, and I'm gonna push through this. I'm hoping to do this and then tackle one junk drawer over there. That is my goal for the day. That's even very lofty for right now, with the time I have left with my baby getting ready to wake up and having to go get my kids. This is remnants of yesterday, and we had a busy night. My kids had their Christmas program. I fed them early, got them ready. We rushed out the door. I was exhausted when we came in. Nobody touched the dishes, and we went straight up to bed, and I didn't even unload the dishwasher. So we're going to tackle this now. And like I said, I need this for tonight, but I am feeling completely overwhelmed to the point of wanting to shut down. So I want you guys to know that if you've got a sink like this or something, you're not alone. But you know what? One thing at a time, one step at a time. Let's set a timer and let's get after it. have made it this far into my video, thank you so much for sticking with me today. Would you drop a Christmas tree emoji in the comments below? I love to know who is here all the way through, sticking through to the end. It just helps me to know that you are liking this content and what I need to do more of, less of, all the things, and it lets YouTube know that you are interacting with my channel and that you like this content. So drop a Christmas tree emoji below if you have stuck with me this far, and again, thank you so much for sticking with me. I was able to do that really a lot quicker than I thought, and I still have nine and a half minutes left. Alright friends, y'all saw what that looked like. This took a lot less time than I thought, and I find myself putting that off, and it really didn't take me all that long. I mean, this is almost full, but that'll be perfect for our dinner dishes. And do I need to clean the sink? Do I need to do other things? Yes, but I'm trying to train myself, especially during the holidays, and hoping it will bleed over into everything else. You know, grace and not perfection. Better than perfect. It's better to have something done than perfect. I also have a little chicken noodle soup going over here on the stove. May make up some Cheddar Bay biscuits. Okay. This is where we're going next. And my baby is up, but he is playing upstairs. We reach in this drawer 20 times a day, can you tell? I redo this drawer at least probably once, if not twice a year. I should probably do it more. So my goal today, this usually is one of those that doesn't take near as long as you think. I just need to tidy it up, get any excess out, and just get it back in order, because I use the lighters for my candles, and I'm looking for scissors and gift wrap tape. So I need to tidy this up. So that is what we're doing next. All right, I just wanted to show you my timer is going off, and I didn't get anything done on this because I had to go grab my littlest son and change his diaper and get him going. I've got him going on an activity right now, so I'm still going to try and do this because I have a little less than an hour before my big kids get home, and this is kind of what I have to do. Earlier, I had things going, and I needed to rest, and so I had to slow down and rest. Just sometimes you've got to listen to your body with things, and so I had to rest a little bit earlier, and I didn't get the things done I wanted to get done, so now I'm trying to get it done before I have to go get my kids. And then we go to gymnastics and all the things. So I still think I can tackle this drawer before we leave. So that is what I'm going to try to do. I'm not putting a timer on this one, but I did on the dishes just because I needed that. I have a timer going now because I know when I need to leave to go get my kids from school. So we'll just see where we get from here on out. First things first, with a project like this, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I say that a lot. I am going to have to pull everything out, so I'm going to have to clear some space here. We're getting a little catch-all things going. Things are in places they shouldn't be, but I'm going to move some stuff so I can use this space right here to get to organizing.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
I always talk when I do these organizing videos that you don't have to have this stuff. There's certain spaces that these types of things really do make sense. I always find a lot of things at like TJ Maxx. I've had this for years, never even took the price tag off, but for me, this works better than this, like being open. Like if everything was just thrown in here, it would be chaos. So these type things do really help in like a junk drawer, catch-all drawer type thing to provide some structure and divide between items. This one kind of the same thing. I believe this one may have been, yep, TJ Maxx. Whoops. TJ Maxx as well. And then also I always tell you guys to use what you have. This was an old puzzle box. A little magnet box. But it helps contain things. So it doesn't have to be pretty or perfect or matching or anything. Just find what you have. And if you can't afford to go get these things, maybe you've got some things like this laying around, or you could make dividers or use Tupperware or things like that. Just find some way to contain the items within your drawer that make it make sense. And it doesn't have to look like anyone else's, and who cares if it's aesthetically pleasing if it works for you and your family. This works. It just gets out of hand from time to time after use after use after use. And 5 little hands in here. Then ever so often I do have to come through and redo it. So what I always like to do when I'm doing this too is clean out the drawer, and then I'm using the drawer now, categorizing things and seeing if I can pare down. Last year I did not pare down. Let me show you. Last year I did not pare down my pens and markers, and very much should have, so I'm going to do that this year. So I'm just trying to kind of group things together and make sense of some categories. There are always times where there's things you just don't know where they go. And that's when I usually do a bag or a container and put them inside that, because sure as I get rid of it, if I know it's something we probably will need, I just don't know where it goes, I throw it in a little kind of catch-all bag like this. This is our catch-all bag.
Sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation, sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us
All right, I did it with about 10 minutes to spare. Here is the final product. These couple of items need a different home and need to go somewhere else. So I'm going to put them in different places. They just don't make sense in here, or I just didn't need so many pens. I still have quite a few because my kids use dry erase markers. We need permanent markers and some pens, a couple of pencils, but that is a lot thinner than it was. I threw a couple out that did not work, and then we just kind of tidied this up. So I've just kind of got everything I know we use down here, push pins, you know, tidied up the tape, put it all together. I try to just group things together the way they make sense. Kind of utility type stuff, like all the little screwdrivers, Allen wrenches. This is a little tool here. Then our Nix Play remote. We never use it, but I like to have it in case I ever did need it. Lens cleaver, chapstick. We've got notebooks here, and then these prayer cards. I put one of these in my frame over there all the time. I switch those out. So I always like to keep a bunch of these on hand. These are amazing, by the way, for gifts or just yourself and encouragement. Dollar Tree, if you ever want to look into those prayer cards. And then just little notebooks, things to doodle, notes or to-do list on are just all kind of right here. This is how it's always been set up. I have some extra stickers right here for my boys to label their things, and I know it's right there. Lighters together, flashlights together, a set of scissors, some extra sticky pads for the bottom of our chairs, little felt pads. I have a tape measure in here. This is where we put like chip clips or little clips. They're all being used right now, as well as we've got some extra safety things for our outlets. A couple of extra coasters, a ruler, some more felt pads down there. We always have painter's tape on hand. An abnormally large amount of safety pins from when I've done a growing kids sale, but they make sense down here. Our dishwasher is slowly breaking, and these are all the wheels off of it. We're saving them. See if we can put it back together. All these little bags are randoms that I really don't know what they go to, or like a set that I want to keep together. They make sense down here, so I'm going to keep them down here, but I just keep them in little bags. This is a whole bunch of random stuff that I don't know what goes to, but like I said earlier, if I get rid of it, we'll be looking for it. All of our Chuck E. Cheese card bands, we have a million. Stapler, and then this is some extra coffee pot organizers to my organizer that holds all our coffee pods over there. So there is our junk drawer. Not that you needed to know what all that was, but I just wanted to kind of walk through it with you in case this helps you with your junk drawer. And that did not take me all that long. And now I am going to get ready and go pick up my big kids from school. I hope this gave you some motivation and some ideas to just go tackle one drawer in your house today. Thank you so much for tuning in today, friends. I hope you are enjoying decluttering your way to Christmas with me this holiday season. And on your way out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss next Friday's video as we continue to declutter. And until next week, friends, take care.